Yo guys, today I'm doing a no edit reaction to Lawler's RACS 2024 Major 1 predictions. If you can't tell already, I've had a few beers, so bear with me. But I decided to, because I felt like it, make a video and yeah, give my thoughts on Lawler's opinions, who is a very well known Rocket League, RACS, Rocket League esports analyst, YouTuber, whatever, streamer. Let's see what he has to say. See if I agree with it. This is my first time reaction, by the way, so yeah.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Got some fun stuff for y'all today. The thing everybody's been waiting for weeks is my
Go on, then.
predictions for the major. Before we get into those, though, a couple things. Number one, do all the algorithm stuff. It helps me out greatly. Like, subscribe, notifications, all that nonsense. Also, some things to discuss.
Let's get ahead of it. There you go.
But some more and more.
Oh,
the complication,
I've seen that.
Is that there is something.
I've seen that really nice looking decals. But I do think that for this is where you see down here for this tweet here, and then below it, it says Matt. Now it's the part where you specify that percentage of sales goes towards a major prize pool. This is something I massively agree on, and should be a part of it. Otherwise, it's kind of a scam. Not a scam, but it needs to go towards it. The prize pool be I'll be absolutely amazing. Oh, by the way, I love T-Bates. What a legend.
For them to do. Look,
Shut Lawler. Let's get to the real shit. Let's get to the real shit. Come on.
Next round is the
Here we go.
So on by
let's
day.
See what it says.
Opinion, but let's get into the actual predictions themselves. These are broken down by day. We have day one, which is our first two rounds.
Let's see what I agree with and don't agree with here. Can't make up limitless. Agree. Don't agree. I think it'll be 3-0 BDS. Agree. It'll be either 3-1, 3-2 Vitality here. Complexity won't win. Gen G Power 3-0. Gentleman's Rule 1, completely agree. That's what it's most likely to be. Falcons OG 3-0, 3-1. That's all I see here. Luminosity Furia 3-1, 3-2. Pretty much the same as that, but a little bit closer. Carmine Furia 3-1, 3-0 Carmine. Falcons G2 3-2 is fair. Could go either way here. I don't mind. BDS Gentlemates 3-0, 3-1. Don't mind. 3-2 is actually a shout. Any scoreline here with BDS winning is a shout. Even Gentlemates winning here, I wouldn't mind. Vitality Gen G. Don't mind. Don't mind. Don't mind. Don't mind. Ooh, I like that actually. Elevate going really close. Power over complexity is delusional. That's what I'm saying. Completely delusional here. Carmi Falcons, yes. BDS Vitality, yes. GT Power, yes. Gen G Rule 1, yes. Fury OG, yes. Gentlemates Limit, yep. Complexity Limitless, yep. Elevate Pioneers, I like it, yeah. Vitality Fury, yeah. I don't know actually. I don't know. It goes very 60% Vitality for me, 40% Fury, because Vitality's recent form is awful. Falcons, Gentlemates, 3-1, 3-0, easily. GT Gen G, yeah, that's fine, could go either way. Luminosity, yeah. OG, no. Complexity over OG, any day. Rule 1 Power, yeah, too close though. Rule 1 beat him any day. Gen G, yep. Gentlemates, yep. Furia, yep. To be fair, it was good predictions I like. That's pretty much all the teams that I had going through my predictions as well. So maybe not the same order, but I do like it.
2, which is our final round, and then we've got day 3, which is quarterfinals, and day 4, which is the grand finals semis. Overall opinion is usually the first round is the most susceptible to upset. You have people coming in a little bit cold, or it's their first match, so you may see some upsets. That's why, maybe draw.
Literally, what I could see happening here is if Vitality loses, I could honestly see him going 1-3 or 0-3. I could see if Gen G lost here. Actually, I don't know. I think Gen G will go for either way, even if they lost here. Gentlemates, I think they'll go 2-3 if they lose, 3-2 if they win. Falcons, if they lose, it should be okay. Just about make it. Luminosity won't make it through in any scenario I've ever looked at. Any scenario, yeah, Luminosity never make it through. Carmine, just never mind. Don't even talk about this. start 3 games. But anyway, let's go back to Lawler.
A little bit of jitters initially, and then you have Elevate taking a game that wakes them up and goes, okay, time to lock in. We got to figure this stuff out. Overall, I think the top dogs are going to continue to perform. Overall, I think that these young rookies have proven that they don't understand consequence. They don't know that they're not supposed to win yet, and we've seen that historically. And then the other sides of it are, will these strengths come in and play?
I'm very excited for the BDS Elevate game. I know it sounds weird, but for Drali online, very excited to see how he does. And I forgot his name, but there's a 14 to 15-year-old on Elevate. I think he's 14. Incredible player from what I've seen. So I'm actually quite excited to look at that game, to be fair.
Are we going to continue to see teams that have a play style that works really well online translate to offline on LAN? That is the curiosity for me. You're also talking that the difference between Swiss now online versus in person is you are playing 2 rounds and then it's a new day, a chance to reflect and respond to your next match the following day, and a chance to do some prep and then come into it. That's stuff that you can't do right now. You are running all 5 rounds online versus on LAN, where you have a little bit of time between, which makes the teams that are supposed to win usually more likely to win as well. You don't see as many upsets on LAN Swiss.
Yeah.
Which, that said, we do throw in some for fun. So, first round pretty much as expected. Everything, I think, goes high seed, except for Furia over Luminosity. I think that Furia team...
To be honest, everything I see here, maybe not in terms of the scoreline, but everything I see here is very correct in terms of the people winning.
I'll say what it is, and I said this to my chat. I'm a big sucker for Lost and Drafinho. I think those boys are extremely talented.
Like Lost.
Luminosity's biggest scare is they have seen some inconsistencies. They haven't been able to close out their games. They always go to round 5, and if you take a peek, we have that no different. Strength of matchup is going to be everything in Swiss. Whether you are running through the gauntlet like we have Gentlemates doing, or otherwise, you have to find a way to close out your games and try to win them convincingly to give yourself a heads up. You're also going to see a lot of teams from the same regions playing each other, whether you like them to or not. It is the reality of how things go. Our first rounds, like I said, as expected, I'm choosing to believe in the Falcons myself, and I would like to see...
I think Falcons will make grand final.
Teams like OG showcase that this team-based play style, veteran status, allows you to go toe-to-toe against what we consider some of these super teams. You're talking Falcons, Power, Furia, these guys that have not lost in their region, okay? The biggest question marks around me are what is going to be the lead for NA. Is it going to be G2 or Gen G? And for EU, are we going to continue to see K-Corp on top, or are they going to falter a little bit? Because all
Gen
the pressure
G will
and
be better
expectations are on them. Are we going to see Vitality showcase that, yes, what we are working towards, and I've spoken with Alpha of his playstyle, and the changes are a bit more risky, but they're being rewarded for it. Are they going to continue to do that on LAN? And BDS with Drali, they've got a rookie. I think that team is only going to get better and better, and I think they may start with a hiccup, but from there, they just look dominant. I'm going to continue to believe in BDS, and I know a lot of people are mad because they think I'm jinxing them, but I think that BDS team has a lot to go. I think in best of 5s, they look great. BO7s, maybe some upsets. Very interested to see how things go. In round 2, I think Furia plays a close game against K-Corp, which is good for them because it wakes them up and says, hey, we can't take this lightly, which makes them stronger for day 2 or round 3, I should say, instead of rounds and days. Falcons G2, I do have Falcons upsetting G2. We joked about this one, that like, how do you pick to win? Some of these I manipulate a little bit because I wanted the best storylines. I wanted to answer a lot of questions about, is it NA or EU? What happens with these teams? Johnny Boy's power ranking list. I expect him to just tweet
Falcons
literally the
G2,
stocks
in my opinion.
emoji after this happens. No matter what, either him or T-Bates is going to be insufferable, no matter who wins that, if that ends up happening. And again, no shade to either one of them. I love both those guys to death, and it is good impression farming. It's good for the content. It's good for the storylines. It makes the desk amazing the next day. You would have to have both Johnny Boy and T-Bates on the desk for the following for G2 after this result. So I think, again, Falcons has a lot of potential.
I'm back.
And G2 will come back stronger because of it. Now,
so
BDS Gentlemates, I haven't seen Gentlemates play against the top 3 convincingly enough for myself. I think they've got a good base level, but I'm going to believe in the teams that I've seen consistently win. And then I do have Vitality over Gen G in a close one. Any of these that I have game 5, to me, says that this could go the other way. And don't let score lines tell you what's happening here. A lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, wow, you have a 3-0 or a 3-1. Doesn't mean they're not 1-goal games. Doesn't mean there's crazy overtimes. Doesn't mean it's like 0-0 and then a 6-minute OT. Okay. But if I have it as going to a game 5, it means I think it's going to be close. It's a coin flip. We'll see how it goes. And some of these we actually did flip a coin to find the answer. On the low side, you have the high seeds beating the low seeds. Nothing crazy. The big upset that I have, though, I'm choosing to believe in OCE for some fun. I want to say that this OCE
I'd love
team,
to see OCE go far.
while they've been stellar online, has struggled at times offline on land. They usually get to round.
Stop waffling, bro. Stop waffling.
And enjoy E2, but OCE2 kind of out. I went with L.
I'll ignore it for now.
And then rule
I
1.
still Carmine winning it.
And some people are they playing each
There
other.
you go.
To the
Let's have a look.
I didn't plan for this to happen, but I'm kind of okay with it. The quarterfinals are pure chaos.
All right, let's have a look. Carmine Furia, amazing matchup. Would love to see Furia in the quarters, though, not quarters, semis. Vitality Falcons, amazing. I can't speak. Amazing matchup once again. Falcons winning, yep, exactly what I expect. BDS Gentlemates, I think that'll be boring, but yeah, I think BDS will win. G2 Gen G, yeah, just come on. Maybe switch BDS around with G2 and that'll be a lot better of a matchup there, but that's just boring, those last 2 matchups. First 2 are great, man.
Pure chaos. They're kind of scary. You've got NA playing each other, 2 of you on one side, 1 on the other, and 2 of you's playing each other. So in your first 2 matches, you're talking day 1 of LAN. Day 1 of being in person that we're back. You've got Gen G and G2 playing each other, and you got BDS and Gentlemates playing each other. Didn't mean for that to happen, but I'm glad it did. It makes for a very exciting day 1. And then we've also got Vatira and Rise against their biggest problem with Jan and the Furia boys. So if they can get through that, I believe that K-Corp can get through.
Look, in my ideal world, it would be Carmine, Falcons, Furia, Gentlemates. Because, for one, Carmine, viewership and entertainment factor. Falcons, purely entertainment factor. They're amazing to watch every single time. Gentlemates, viewership and the underdog story. And then Furia, they're just one of the best teams ever to watch on LAN.
Through everything. This one we coin flipped as well. We also coin flipped this one. We didn't know who was going to win, but I'm always going to selfishly want international competition. I would like to see these teams fight each other and continue to go toe-to-toe. Maybe a little bit more merit and strength put on. But I am a firm believer that once you get to quarterfinals, especially in international competition, it's a coin flip. Who prepared better? Who got better sleep? How are people feeling on the day? Quarterfinals on LAN are scary. The cool thing, though, is this bracket is this is Saturday. This is Sunday. It is split into 2 different days. So, but I know.
Oh, fuck's sake. Anyway, all I'm going to say is Furia quarterfinals, one of the best teams ever to exist for it.
No, as a disclaimer, as always, these will not be right because any type of game differential being off will completely change the rest of the bracket. I am well aware that this thing is not going to be accurate. I'm also here to just have some fun and to entertain a little bit and cause some chaos. And I know that it's not as serious as we all make it out to be. If I didn't pick your favorite team to win, it's nothing personal, man. But I think...
Alright, stop waffling. I know you want to hear me, guys, because like I'm just the coolest. Anyway, what I'm saying is, in the end, I think we'll be Carmine Corp, winning the whole thing, sadly. But Falcon second. Realistically, I'm going with BDS and G2 top 4 as well. But I do very think it's possible for it to be Furia and Gentlemates. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I'd love to see an Australian team make it through. Or even Limitless, but they'll never make it. If Elevate make it to top 8, I'll personally do a face reveal and then eat my toe in person. So, see ya. Goodbye.